Hi YouTube. It seems like there's just been some technical difficulties lately. Okay, so I'm on with my greens recipe. These are fresh collard greens that I'm using. I want to share that normally I do put meat in my greens. I either use neck bones or I use smoked turkey neck bones, but this time there's no meat, so they're friendly for anybody. The smoked turkey necks are a healthier option for those of you that like meat in your greens. Normally I buy my smoked turkey necks at Winco. I'm not too sure how many states Winco is in. I know we have them out here in Phoenix, and I know they have Winco out in, I believe, California. But, so my fiance doesn't eat pork, so there's no pork. I think I used the last of my pork neck bones in my black eyed peas, so there's no more. So we're just gonna do a meatless side, plus our main dish is turkey today, so I don't want to overwhelm everybody with meat. So here we go. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, show you what I'm putting in my crock pot, how I'm seasoning, and you'll get the gist. Now, for those of you that might be first time green cookers, I want you to know you can go to any store and buy a bag of washed and cut greens, so you don't have to do any of the work yourself. I prefer to do it myself, so I washed, soaked, and cut all my greens myself. Also, sometimes when I make greens, I mix in mustard greens, or I'll mix in kale, because sometimes I will eat this as a main dish with a side of cornbread, but we're not doing that today. So here we go. I'm going to show you what we got going on. So here in my crock pot, like I said, my greens are washed and cut. They've been soaked, so they're clean. These are collards. I got these at Walmart. They were 90 cents each, so I bought 2 bushels. And I know my crock pot is small, but I want you to understand that any form of greens you cook, they do shrink. So it might seem like a lot now, but as they cook down and the water comes out, the amount will shrink down. So if you're feeding a lot of people, double the amount that you're going to cook. And that's with mustard greens, kale, spinach. They all cook down and it always looks like a little bit. So here we go. Right here I have the half of a red onion that's been chopped down. We're gonna add this in. I'm gonna just move my knife and I'm gonna just dump this all in. Now, we were supposed to go to church, but my fiance is not feeling good. One of the kids has not really been feeling good, and the baby's taking a nap, so we decided to stay home. So if you guys saw my video for the turkey and the rub that I made for the butter marinade that I made for my turkey, there's still a little bit left in the blender, so we're gonna use that so we don't waste it. Again, it was olive oil, butter, garlic, red onion, celery, salt, pepper, and a little more garlic powder put in there. So here we go. We're gonna dump this all in. This is gonna also help add seasoning and flavor. And then I'm gonna just add a little water in this real quick, so hold on, guys. I don't want to waste anything. Don't mind my cup of coffee right there in the background. Yeah, I know, you're still drinking coffee. So we're just gonna pour some water in there and let that be. Alright, so for my seasonings, I have onion powder. And here is ground pasilla powder. It's not onion powder anymore. I just reused my containers. Ground paprika. Cumin or cominos for those of you. Salt. Black pepper. And some more garlic powder. Also, we're going to add in a little bit of sugar. Now, if you're trying to do like keto, you could use Swerve as a sugar alternative in your greens. It works the same way, so that's an option, or you could just leave the sugar out. Also, I'm not putting any vinegar or lime in my greens. I do it sometimes, but I want to kind of just leave the naturalness of it, so that's what we're gonna do. So alright, so right here because I normally use the sugar for my coffee. I have 1 tablespoon. That's what we're putting in there for sugar. No more than that. I'm not putting a bunch of sugar in there. I don't want it to be sweet, so we're just gonna sprinkle the sugar on. There you go. There's your sugar. Now, here's my salt. Let me just get it open. Oh, it doesn't want to turn. Come on. You can turn. We're going to use the big holes. And I like this salt. This is the real salt. TJ buys it for me. You get it at Sprouts. And it has everything you need in it. It's better than table salt. I still buy table salt. But I only use it for certain things. This is what I use for cooking. So if you're wondering, like I said, where I get it at Sprouts. But if you don't have Sprouts near you, see if any of the stores that you're at carry it, or see if you can order it on Amazon. I've never checked because he always buys it at Sprouts and he buys the refill bag for me, so I never have to run out of this. So here we go. So we're gonna sprinkle the salt on, and then later on as it cooks, we'll adjust the seasoning. Remember, salt and sugar are the same. Put it in, it cannot be taken out. Also, for all your food, season it how you like it, season it how your family likes it. If you normally don't cook with salt, it's fine. I'm just cooking how I normally cook, so I just want to put that out there because I don't want anybody to say, oh, well, you said to do this. I know that this is what I'm showing for my recipe, but always remember, cook how you normally cook. This is just how I do it. I don't want to anybody to do something that they normally don't do, and then they're kind of upset with the outcome. Alright, onion powder. Oh, this is a brand new onion powder. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I will add the onion powder in last because I gotta cut it open. I forgot that I bought a new onion powder. And I know you're gonna say, why are you putting in onion powder if you just put in fresh onions? Well, I want to make sure that my food tastes good. So here's some of the garlic powder. We're not going to put too much. Don't want everybody smelling like garlic, because anything you put in your body, it does come out through your pores when you sweat. And of course, it's Arizona, so you know, summer's been kind of hot for us. I think this week the hottest day is supposed to get up to 114 degrees. So yeah, and it's monsoon season. Go figure. All right. Black pepper, everybody. There you go. Don't want to put too much. Alright, we're going to put in some cumin. Now, with cumin, it is a little bit strong. I don't put too much. I want you guys to know that it can be a little bit strong, so go easy on it. It is a very dominating seasoning, so if you put it in and you feel like it's too much, you have to go back in and re-season with the other seasonings to balance it out. So we're not going to put too much of this in here. We're just going to shake enough, a little bit in there. A couple of shakes. There you go. All right. My pasilla chili powder. Out here in Arizona and New Mexico. No. I'm not too sure about New Mexico, but I know in El Paso, Texas, they have Food City. El Paso only has one Food City. So I believe New Mexico might also have Food City, but I want you guys to know that is the only place besides Ranch Market and El Super that you can get ground pasilla chili. It is hard to find, trust me. This is a staple in my cabinet and I struggle finding this, but I know I can always find it at Food City, nowhere else. So we're gonna sprinkle some of this in, and I want you to know it's not very hot. It's got good flavor, and it's something that I use all the time just because I like it. And it's something that I can use, and the kids don't complain that the food is too hot. They complain more about me putting black pepper in food and saying it's too hot than anything. And then just a little, well, I shouldn't say a little because I'm putting a lot of paprika in here. But yeah, there you go. That's your seasoning, your greens, your onions, that leftover butter. So I'm gonna get this on in the crock pot, and I will be back in a little while to show you guys an easy peach cobbler dessert, quick and easy. I'm going to show you from start to finish with the cooking of the peaches, what I put in, and what's in the crust, because I'm going to do kind of like an old-fashioned where you pour the batter down and you put the peaches on the top. So we're going to come back with that. All right, guys.